Hello everyone, this is Lucas, and today I'm going to go through the Singer Handy Stitch with you and show everyone out there how I fixed it. I think this is an original Handy Stitch from the 80s or something because it's got no safeties on it. It's just straight up raw button, and you can accidentally hit it while you're threading the machine and all that kind of stuff. So if you have one of these out there, watch it. It's kind of dangerous. Maybe when you're working on it, pull the batteries out of it because like there's no off switch. Literally, it's just that contact and then away she sews. So this Handy Stitch I got from BFM here in Edmonton, and it had a lot of things wrong with it. If you see other Handy Stitches and videos, sorry, I'm just going to undo this. If you see other Handy Stitches and videos, you'll notice that they have a little peg here that you can put your spool of thread on, and there's a retainer spring in behind it. And the retainer spring for this one was missing, so what I used was, this is a spring I pulled out of an old telephone. This was for the receiver hang-up button, and I just chopped it in half, and it was a perfect fit to fit over top of this here. These bobbins I picked up from the dollar store, and they fit well just over top of this. And this is just an old casing screw out of like a TV or a VCR or something like that, and it threads into the plastic. It was a self-threaded deal, so it thread itself into the plastic. So how you thread this thing is pretty simple. Thread comes off the bobbin into the guide, into your roller here at the front, in between these two little pressure plates. Then it goes in behind. I don't know if you can see that little loop there at the end of my finger. It goes through the loop. And then you need a needle threader, if you don't know what that is, to thread it through the front needle. I push it through the front and then feed it through the back. And then you lift your little pressure plate, or your little foot here, and pull it through, and then the thread doesn't go down into the bottom piece. It doesn't need to. It just comes up to the side. And bang. Yeah, that's how you thread a Singer Handy Stitch. I'm going to go through part 2 here. I'm going to take this thing apart, and I'm going to show you the guts and the insides of it, and a little other bit of repairs that I did. Whatever you do here, you need this spring here, and it doesn't have to be tight. Having this too tight, you'll snap your thread. I had to play around a lot with the pressure plate and this after I got this fixed to find something that worked. But now that I got it working, I mean, it works great. I sewed a big beanbag with it yesterday. So, yeah, I mean, it's old, it's kind of dangerous, but it's actually very quick. Singer Handy Stitches only sew with a chain knot. So if you bust a seam, you bust the whole seam. So it's probably a good idea to go over top of whatever it is you're going to sew in a couple times, and maybe throw a couple hand stitches in there just in case. I hand stitch everything anyway, usually, before I got this working anyway. So, okay, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and please come back for part 2 where I tear this thing apart.